So this video I was supposed to shoot it around 9 a.m. and this is almost 4 p.m. But the good thing is that I'm still shooting the video, which gets to show you that lazy people can still get things done. Hi, so if you're someone who is lazy or you feel that you can be lazy sometimes but you want to excel, be consistent and succeed this 2023, then keep watching because this video is for you and I, the two both of us. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dema Otutu, and on this channel I mostly talk about finance and self-development. If that sounds interesting to you, do well to subscribe to the channel, and if you end up learning from this video, please give me a thumbs up as it helps you to push out my video. Now right into the video. See, I am someone who has come to a realization that I am lazy. Well, I still want to succeed. I still want to make money. I still want to, do normal things that, excel and elevate someone as a human being, despite the fact that I'm lazy. So I've gone to do some research. There are some things that I've been, practicing that has been working for me that I also want to share with you. If you're someone who has been struggling and thinking that laziness is the end of the world, well, the first thing I want to let you know is that it is not a disease. It is not a death sentence. It is okay to be lazy as long as we have a way of working things around despite the laziness. So here are some few things that I have been doing that has been helping me. The first one is acceptance. So one thing that I had to do last year, I struggled to accept that I was lazy. Sometimes I'll blame it on something. Sometimes, toxic positivity. I'm like, oh no, I'm not lazy. It's this, is that. Something is wrong with me. But see, when I came to the realization and I accepted that I am, lazy, there is no shame in that. It is very okay. It's okay. Just accept it. I have accepted it. That I am lazy doesn't mean that I'm useless. My first step to succeeding this year is that acceptance. I've accepted it. I'm honest with myself that I am lazy. And then now the next step is, how to deal with it and do other things despite the laziness. So now the second thing is setting tiny goals. See, set tiny goals for myself. I'm someone who used to set very bulky and massive goals, and sometimes when I look at them I get scared and I end up not doing them. So if you're someone who you're lazy, we know that we are lazy, so why put that very massive goal? Don't let other people affect you. If other people are setting maximum goal, you know yourself, you know your limits, you know what you can do. So that's what I've come to realize, that I'm no longer setting very big goals again. If you look at my goal sheet there, I break them tiny. Read 10 pages or 5 pages. Do this like very, very small. I'm no longer doing 90 days challenge, 6 months challenge. No, my goals these days is like 4 days challenge, 3 days challenge, all those very tiny things that are not very bulky that will scare me away. So what I do is I try to break the goals, make them very tiny, because I'm someone who is very goal oriented. I had not said that you should not set goals for yourself. It depends on what works for you. But if you're someone who sets goals, try to avoid setting very big goals. So because I know that I'm a very goal oriented person, I work with that. So now what I'm doing differently compared to last year is that I'm setting very, very small goals that are trackable. And once once you tick off that goal, there's this joy, there's this satisfaction it gives. So once I do 3 days challenge, I've ticked it off, I'm happy. I come again, okay, 2 days challenge, I do it, I'm happy. Just small goals. Which brings us to the third step, which is comparing myself. I'm someone who I knowingly and sometimes unknowingly compare myself, and I've also come to realize that I do that. Most times I used to think that I don't do it, but I actually compare myself to people, especially let's say I'm trying to learn something. Let's even use this content creation for example, and I'm trying to learn something from someone. Once I pick someone that I like and I'm learning from them and I see that they do something and I try to replicate what they've done and I don't get the same response as they've gotten, I'll start comparing myself like, this person did it, why can't you do it? That's very bad. Just what I'm doing now is realizing that no, those people, it took them time. Those people, they've done some things, they've made mistakes along the way that they've learned that you probably have not even made of or even gotten close to making. So there is no need comparing, myself to someone else, or even your friends or someone close to you. Is a waste of energy and waste of time. Rather, just take motivation, take inspiration from them. Don't try to compare, because everybody's journey is very different. If you look at this finger like this, you can see that they are not equal and they will never be. So I'm no longer going to be, because sometimes I don't even know when my brain does it. So what I just used to do now is to be very, very observant, to know when I start comparing myself to someone else. Be it someone I'm lower than, or someone who is lower than me, or someone who is higher than me. It does not make any sense to do that, because they said comparison, English, is it comparison or comparison is a killer of joy, or is a stealer of joy, one of those things. But because sometimes when I compare and I see that maybe this person is doing this and I'm not getting the same result as they are getting, I'll start feeling bad, and then I will no longer be motivated to do that thing, and then laziness will now come on top of it, now add to it. So when laziness adds to it, you see me not even thinking about doing it ever again, because in my head, with that comparison, I've concluded that it will not happen for me. I will not succeed. So take away that, commot it, remove it. So if you're someone who knowingly or unknowingly compares yourself, try to be observant and notice when you do that. So once you notice that you're doing that, you're comparing, try to remind yourself that you and this person are on these different tracks. Your journey, your goals are entirely different. The kind of help the person might be getting, you might not even have access to it. The kind of people the person is talking to, or the person teaching, or the people teaching that other person, you might not have access to it. So there is never a way you people will be the same, or be on the same level, or have the same amount of results, because people like people for who they are. You're a very different person. So you also have people that will like you differently, or people that would, do something differently for you compared to other people. So comparison, block it out this 2023. It will help you so that you don't get demotivated, and then laziness will not make you even say, there is no need, let's just lie on the bed. Do you get? And then the fourth one is leveraging the high times. See, if you're a lazy person, you will know this thing. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it has to be happening to other people. There is this thing that happens to me, which I used to call my high times and my low times. Guys, when I am on the high, if I say I want to shoot 50 videos, I will shoot that 50 videos and I will not be tired. And if I say I want to add extra 10, I will add that extra 10. But you see, when I am low, even to clean the lens of my camera, you will not even see me standing up from the bed to look for the wipes to wipe my camera lens. So if you're someone who is lazy and you've noticed your high periods and your low periods, try to take advantage of that high period. That's one thing that I've started doing, because I've noticed that my high used to be very high and my low used to be very low. So what I've planned to do is, if once I'm on that high, and maybe let's say, for example, I'm always going to use content creation because that's what I'm currently doing, right? So let's say, for example, I'm on that high and I have that energy. I will shoot as much content as possible. I will write as much article as possible, so that during my low time, I will have things that I can work with. So always make sure to take advantage of your high time and, do whatever you can at that period. I feel like if we do this, we're definitely going to see a change this 2023. And then the last but not the least is giving myself grace. Hey God, I don't know any worst self-critic than myself. Guys, if you hear me criticizing myself about something, you'll be like, is this girl mental? Are you okay? Last year, if I plan to do something, I know that laziness will affect it too, but you will see me, I'm gonna write very big goals, and then I don't eventually do it. I'll start telling myself, you see your mates. You know how they used to do it in African homes when they were telling you, see your mates. So what I've come to realize now is that I need to give myself more grace, because I still feel like when I look back at my report card, I'm doing very well. If you look at your report card closely, you will see that you are not as terrible as you think. So I'm learning to give myself more grace. If I say I'm going to do this and I try my best and I don't meet up, I'm not going to, bash myself or talk down on myself or say negative things about myself. I'm just going to sit down and say, okay, why didn't we acknowledge? Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? What was the blocker? What happened? What can we do better next time? So learning to give yourself grace will also help you very well this 2023. And I'm wishing all of us, the lazy people, I'm really wishing us the best, hoping that we are able to implement all these things and rock this 2023. So please do not let anyone make you feel very bad because you're being lazy sometimes. Always try to take advantage of the high. Try to set very small goals. Try not to compare yourself. Rather, take inspiration and motivation from people around you. And then try to be kinder to yourself. Give yourself more grace. I'm hoping that by the time we put all these things into consideration, putting in the work, we're definitely going to succeed in 2023. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for watching this video. If you're someone who is not lazy and you get things done all the time, please, if there are steps that I have missed here, do well to leave it in the comment section. And if you have any video suggestion you want me to create for you guys, do well to leave it in the comment section as well, as I read all the comments. Thank you so much. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye. This video how do we start this video? Oh my god. Okay, should we start with a joke? All right, let's roll with it. 3, 2, 1, action. All right, let's go.